Time for me to spill the tea. Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mia Sanchez, Mia K Sanchez, and I make college, technology, and lifestyle content. Hello, I am back with another video. I am so sorry that it's taken me so long to post something. I am back with another video, and today I am going to be talking about my experience working at Miss Google over here. I was a Google summer intern for 2 summers in a row, summer 2019 and summer 2020, and I just wanted to take this time to talk about my experience working there. I actually posted like a question thingamabob on my Instagram where I told you guys to ask me questions about my experience working at Google. Before I get into these questions, I just want to say thank you guys so much for all of the love and support that I have gotten thus far. You guys are emailing me, DMing me, telling me about interviews that you have with companies. I have high school students telling me that they're applying to Cornell, and I'm trying to help as many of y'all as I can, and I just want to say that it makes me so happy that y'all are coming to me, but then also going after these amazing opportunities. That is all I want for y'all. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's just get into this. Bye. Let's just get into these questions. The first question is, what was the work culture like? Culture was definitely super chill with a lot of tech companies. That's something that I've seen. It's super chill. Google especially tried to promote a balance of work, but then also like relaxation or taking a break. There was definitely like a lot of promoting work-life balance, and even like my managers, like they were telling me don't work more than 40 hours a week. They didn't want us doing overtime. They didn't want us overworking ourselves, because that is not how we create healthy habits. We do not create healthy habits by working 80 hours a week, and that's on what? Period poo. So yeah, the work culture was super chill. Like I wouldn't have to dress up for work. I could literally like go to work in this right now. There were people who would walk around my office barefoot. There are dogs in the office. I really feel like it was really chill in terms of like how you would dress, and even like the way people talked and interacted with each other. Like it was not uptight at all, which I love. And also, like, just a small note, the culture will depend on the team that you're working on. Team for summer 2020, like it was literally like a little family. Like they literally had like talent shows, trivia nights, like all these different things that they did as a team. I know other teams have done like bake-offs, movie nights, things like that. So again, the culture can depend on the team that you're on, but overall I would say that Google is not some like high pressure, like I hate my job, they make me miserable. Overall, the work culture was really chill, and I would definitely recommend. The next question is, how did you feel for the first time working in such an awesome company? Ooh, ciao. So obviously Google is like an amazing company, and I felt so blessed and happy to receive an offer from them. There definitely was a piece of me that felt like I wasn't worthy of working there, just because it's such an amazing company, it's such a big company, it's known. There definitely was a piece of me that felt like I didn't deserve to be there, or that felt like they had kind of done me a favor by hiring me. So I definitely felt that imposter syndrome, which was really difficult, and it wasn't healthy because I was doing things out of fear, and because I was like, no, but I don't even deserve to be here, so the fact that I'm even here is like such a blessing, and I need to prove myself, and I need to do this, and I need to do that. The struggle that I had with like worthiness and working at the company was really difficult, and I think that's something that a lot of people of color, a lot of people from underrepresented groups, something that they kind of have to deal with when they get into corporate America. With the good comes some sort of bad, so I definitely did struggle with imposter syndrome and discovering my worthiness, and even saying like I deserve to be there was something that I had to overcome, and I honestly didn't overcome it until after my second summer working there. So someone asked, was there anything that you didn't like while you were working there? Pretty much besides like the diversity, my experience was like not near perfect, but like I don't really think that I had a lot to complain about outside of diversity. I think that was the biggest thing that I struggled with. My first summer, I was the only woman on my team, the only Black woman like in my space, so that was really difficult for me. Yeah, that was really difficult. That's something that you're gonna see at a bunch of huge companies, no matter what field it is, tech, finance, whatever. Even entering spaces that don't have people that look like me, sometimes I don't know how to function. So yes, but that is something that I'm overcoming, and that is why I make these videos, so that we together can increase the diversity in tech love, so that I don't have to walk into this job feeling isolated, so that we could be there together, thriving, flourishing. So yes, the diversity is something that I struggled with, but that is expected. That is not a Google specific problem. Chat anyways. So the next question is, did you feel prepared when you started your internship? So I talked a little bit about this in my how I got Google and Facebook offers as a freshman, but when you are interviewing for your internship, they're not trying to like beat you down. They really just want to see what you know. They want to make sure that you have a good foundation, because when you actually start the job, you're not expected to walk in knowing everything. Like, it's really a learning experience, especially internships. Internships are supposed to be opportunities for you to learn. So you're most likely going to walk in on the first day and be like, what is going on? I am confused. I'm a little bit nervous. That's completely normal. So I felt prepared in the fact that I knew that I had a good foundation, and I knew that I knew how to code and that I could learn things and that I could catch on, things like that. So I felt prepared in that way, but I definitely did not come in the first day and just start coding immediately. My manager literally gave me like a code base, and he was like, okay, you need to spend the next week just reading this. I literally would not have had access to that code until I stepped foot onto Google's campus, and my manager told me that. So there's certain things that you'll just never be prepared for, and that's fine. You're definitely not going to walk in knowing everything, but I did feel prepared, like in terms of my foundation. So someone asked, what was your favorite memory and why was it Beach Day? Beach Day is an annual Google event that is hosted by the Black Googler Network. So all the Black people who work at Google, all the Black people who work at Google just go to the beach on one Saturday, and it is just the vibes were immaculate, exquisite. And if I'm living in the Bay, wherever I'm working, you will see me pulling up to Beach Day. I don't care, I will be there. It was really amazing. Let me just insert some footage, because like, wow, it was just so good. So good. The intern team was very intentional with making a lot of programs for us and having a lot of opportunities for us. They rented out a movie theater so that all the interns could watch Lion King when it first released. We watched like the NBA Game 7, the Raptors versus, what is that team? Golden State Warriors. Like, all the interns watched that together. There were, again, like talent shows, like intern socials. At one point there was like life-size Angry Birds on campus. So yeah, they definitely treat the interns well. So yeah, there were a lot of amazing opportunities for the interns to bond and grow together outside of just working, you know? Besides Beach Day, my favorite part was just getting to know other interns and spend time with them. So someone said, ooh, let's hear about the food. We better get the tea on the Google bonk. The food slapped. I was in Mountain View, so I was in the headquarters, so that's literally like a college campus. They had food trucks, they had cafes, they had catering. I had teammates baking stuff for us, bringing in fresh baked bagels, all these crazy things, like every day. The food was so good. Your girl got a little bit thick working at Google that summer because I was just always eating swell. So I would go to the food trucks that were like down the block, but they also had like a bunch of different cafes with different cuisines. And then they even had like restaurants that you could reserve a table at. But mind you, all this food is free. If you have your little Google ID, all of this is free, which is just insane. So they literally feed you. They feed you breakfast, lunch, and dinner on top of this salary that you're getting, and you don't have to buy groceries or spend time cooking. Food was chef's kiss. Insert pictures of the food here because she went crazy. She did go crazy. And just like free 99, it was free 99. I already know that that's... So the food was really good. And then someone asked if the food is good for people who have allergies, and it most definitely is. They have so many different options, so many different cuisines, so many different foods based on dietary restrictions. Like, the options are limitless. The food was amazing. So someone asked, how did you pay for living in a different state for an internship? When everything was in person, I can't speak too much to the upcoming experience, but in the past, Google has actually given its interns a relocation bonus, which is pretty much money to pay your rent, to pay for your flight, depending on where you're traveling from. So they do give us this stipend that we can kind of use for whatever we want. They gave us, however much money. I'm not gonna say that because I don't know if I'm allowed to, but it didn't have to be that I spent all of it on my rent, but they give us this stipend based on the average rent price in whatever city you're moving to, I'm pretty sure, or they just want to make sure that you're covered for that. So they did give us a stipend in order to live somewhere else, to move somewhere else, to fly across the country. I had to go from New York to Mountain View, California, so I did have to find somewhere, pay rent for that place, and I did have to book my flights back and forth. That's what happens in terms of money. So they do give us a stipend separate from what we get paid hourly working at Google. When asked, did you have to find your own housing? So yes, we did have to find our own housing. They did give us the stipend, but then you had to kind of look through different housing sites, housing resources to find somewhere to live. So I found 2 roommates through the Black Google intern chat and then like a Facebook group, and we found an Airbnb together. Companies like Facebook and I even think Microsoft give like interns the option to either get a stipend or they can just put them in corporate housing. So yes, Google does not do that. Google kind of makes everyone look for it on their own, which was a little bit stressful, but I cannot complain. I cannot. Someone asked, what did you do for fun? And it was definitely hanging out with interns. It was such a beautiful time. Such a beautiful time. I made such great friends. You know who they are. Y'all know who you are. Y'all, like, I met such great people, and for fun, like, we would just hang out, and it was just amazing. Like, I just can't even, like, it was just so awesome to meet so many amazing people and just get to spend time with them. But yes, for fun, hanging out with the friends that I had made, and then also going to the intern programs that I had talked about earlier, these movie nights, these socials, all these things. Those are some of the things that I did for fun in terms of hanging out with people. I did go up to San Francisco a few times. Someone asked, is the environment good for making friendships? I 5,000% times whatever, like, yes, the environment is amazing for making friends. Because again, the intern program is very intentional about creating these spaces for interns to bond, to make friends. We did a lot of that when we were in person with all these events, but they also did it virtually. They would still have like speed friendship events and intern events among the like full-timers. Like there's these things called employee resource groups, which are pretty much like what your college campus organizations are like. So they have like the Black Googler Network, Hola, which is the Hispanics at Google. They have the women at Google. They have Google Women of Engineering. They have the Gaglers. Like there's so many different employee resource groups, and those groups also have events. So like this past summer, the Black Googler Network actually had like an event where we just talked about the show Insecure and like just debriefed about the episode. So there were also a lot of opportunities to make friends that weren't just in my intern program. It was definitely easy to make friends and meet new people. So then the next question is, what advice do you have for a first-year student with no experience or projects on their resume? I would say just jump into it right now. Just get started as soon as you can, whenever you have time. Make time for that and know that you are more than worthy and more than deserving of amazing opportunities, and do not be afraid to go for them just because you don't feel like you have enough experience on your resume. More than anything, people want to see that you're willing to learn, you're willing to grow, and that you want to challenge yourself. So definitely get started on trying to do projects, trying to learn something. There's a lot of different resources to learn how to code, to do projects. Know that you don't have to wait till you have what you think is the perfect resume to apply for a job. Start going for things as soon as you can. Definitely try starting right away. And hopefully soon I will be posting a video about how to get started in computer science. So the next question is, what would you advise to me wanting to apply for a FANG internship as a self-taught techie? So FANG is Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. I just learned that recently. I would definitely recommend emphasizing your personal projects or your tech experience on your resume more than like if you majored in something that isn't necessarily relevant to a FANG company or to what your position would be at the job. Definitely emphasizing your computer science experience, emphasize your willingness to learn, your willingness to grow, and also what you were able to teach yourself in that time. Add all of your skills, link your projects if you can on your resume, give them an opportunity to see what you're doing. Don't underestimate the power of LinkedIn. Post your stuff on LinkedIn, be active on LinkedIn. That's another way that companies can see what you're really doing outside of just that resume. Yes, working at a fang company can be awesome, but that doesn't mean that that's the only experience that you can get in tech. So many amazing experiences and opportunities outside of these 5 companies, so definitely try out other things, try out new things. You never know what's the perfect opportunity for you. So yes, definitely apply for these amazing companies, apply for these fang companies, go after those things, be ambitious, but also look at opportunities outside of that because they can be just as rewarding, if not more. Next question is, how do you get an internship? Shameless plug, I have a whole video talking about how I got internship offers from Google and Facebook as a freshman in college. I'm not gonna get too much into it here because I have an entire video on it. It's gonna be on one of these 2 corners. Go check that video out. Biggest thing is I would not have gotten those internships if I didn't apply for them. So just apply for everything that you want. Don't be afraid to go after it. That's my biggest piece of advice, but yes, check out that video. Next question is, what classes/skills should you have developed before applying to Google? What are some CS topics they ask in the step interview? This is also something that I talk about more in the How I Got Google and Facebook Offers video, so check that out. But short answer is they're not trying to give interns something that they don't know. It's definitely fair based on what you have learned. So if you haven't taken a data structures course, they're not going to ask you a data structures question, things like that. So it's definitely tailored to your experience. But yes, check out my video to learn more about that. Someone did ask me, what's the first question you were asked? I'm assuming that this is about my interview. I'm not allowed to share that information. I'm sorry. I don't want to get sued. So I'm sorry, I can't. But just know that the question was fair and it looked like a question that would have been on my college CS class exam. Someone said, do we have to interview for a SWE re-offer from Google after doing STEP? For any of you who don't know, SWE is software engineering. So typically they don't make STEP interns re-interview for SWE unless your manager didn't give you like enough feedback. So if your manager kind of gave you feedback that didn't really say much about you as an intern, as a worker, as a person, Google sometimes likes to give you another interview just to make sure that they're getting the full story because the manager's experience is just one side of it. So they will re-interview you in the case where they may not have enough information on you. They will also re-interview you in the case where maybe you didn't get the best feedback because again, they do want both sides of the story. I would say it's uncommon to have to re-interview, but it's definitely something that can still happen to you. Someone said, did you sleep in one of those pods? So Google has like napping pods all around their campus, all around their buildings. I did not sleep in one of those pods, but I am not a nap girl. There were meditation rooms that I would go into just when I needed some peace of mind, but I did not nap in one of those pods. I'm pretty sure one of my friends stayed there overnight in one of those pods. Because Google also has showers, so like you could really finesse living there and keep that little relocation stipend and just live on. I'm just kidding, don't do that. But no, I did not sleep in one of those pods. The last question is, what keeps you motivated? Not only related to Google, just in general. Honestly, what keeps me motivated is wanting to see more people that identify with me or more people that look like me in these spaces. But not only that, for me, like, yes, I do want to have more Black and Latinx people, especially women, in these spaces, but I, more than that, want us to believe that we can be in these spaces and that we deserve to be in these spaces. I just want all of us to feel good about ourselves, to feel like we can achieve these things, to feel like we deserve to be there and to not be afraid to go after these amazing opportunities. So what keeps me motivated is just wanting everyone to believe in themselves and to not have to ever question how amazing they are, because I've done a lot of that and it's just not fun, and I just want everyone to know that they can do it and they're just like, you're all amazing, and I just want everybody to be able to see the amazing that lies within them, because once you conquer like getting over some of the things that we were taught as kids or some of the things that we were conditioned to believe based on the environments that we had been put in, once you get over that, you're not even gonna question like, should I apply to this company? No, you're just going to apply to it because you know that you're more than worthy and more than deserving of that opportunity. So I just want everybody to believe that they can do it, to believe that they're amazing, to believe that they have something to offer to this world, because then from there, everything else falls into place. So what keeps me motivated is just wanting everyone to win. So yes, that's what keeps me motivated, and a lot of that came from working at Google and really struggling with my identity, struggling with being in this space. That is why I make these videos, because I want all of us to win, and I want all of us to believe in ourselves, because we are all what? Amazing.
someone just asked me to
include pictures and videos from my experience working at Google, so I will put these somewhere while I just close out the video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. I hope you learned something from it, and I hope it inspires you in one way or another. If you guys need anything from me, leave it in the comments down below. Email me, DM me on Instagram. I am here for y'all. I love y'all, and I'm so excited to just grow with y'all. Like, y'all don't even know. So I appreciate every single one of you, and I appreciate the love and support that I have gotten thus far, and I just want to be able to love and support y'all. So yes, anything that you need from me, leave it in the comments down below. I am so yes, don't forget to like and subscribe, show me some love, share this video, tell your friends to subscribe, tell your family to subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000, y'all. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and with that being said, I will see y'all in my next video.